first is from a constituency named after a mountain, South Dai. Okay. Oh, Dai is a river. Forgive me. I thought Dai is a mountain.
No.
Okay, then let me.
It's a major river from the Togo Atakra mountain ranges.
Okay, I have been
just like the Uti.
I have been corrected. The Honorable Roxy Nelson Dafeamekpor is MP for South Dai and Majority Chief Whip. I actually thought Dai was a mountain. Thank you for this education.
No.
I would have misled people.
It's a major river that flows from the high mountains in Agu area in the Republic of Togo. But the mountain range is called, it's actually Mampong.
Ekwapim range.
Togo Atakra ranges.
Oh.
It's a V like this, those who know geography very well.
Oh, so your brother, the Minister for Roads, he is from a mountain constituency.
That's Adaklu.
So that's
Adaklu.
So that's what actually confused me.
Adaklu.
Yes. Adaklu. Okay.
So if you get to Hohwai, you see that Dine better because it cuts Hohwai into two.
So the river is called Dine?
Dine.
Okay.
So, but it empties its waters into the Volta Lake.
Before the dam or after the dam? Before the dam.
Before the dam.
Okay.
No, after the dam, actually. In my constituency.
Okay.
Yes,
so when the flooding happened, for instance, did it affect your constituency?
Yes.
So you are a low-lying constituency, you are not a mountainous constituency?
I'm straddled between the mountain and the lake shore.
Okay.
And so it was our side that got flooded before the spill happened.
Interesting.
If you understand the damming system, when it rains and it fills the dam, it floods. So all the low-lying areas around the lake shore will get flooded. So including buildings.
So for purpose of geographical lessons, if I were traveling from Accra to Ho and I used the Juapo-Atimpoku road,
yes.
Are you on the left side of that road or you're on the right side?
I'm on the left side,
so you are
towards the lake.
So you are towards Dambai? As in like the left?
Yes.
So as Ikuma Junction, you take left?
Yes,
that goes to your place?
As soon as you get to Askuma, then you are entering my constituency. I share boundaries with the soldier mine.
Oh, you are that close? I actually thought you were a bit farther.
No. So as soon as you leave Askuma, you enter Peki. And Peki is the hotbed of my constituency.
Which means that the place they plan to do the station for the train in Mpakadan would be close. You go through your constituency before you get to Mpakadan, even though it's in a Sojaman, but you go through part of Peki.
When you get to Apegusu, after Nodu and after Joapon, Nodu and Abuasa, you get to Apegusu. Right at Apegusu, you have Mpakadan Junction. It takes you, it's about 16 kilometers to the lake shore. That's where they are building the.
So aside Peki, what major towns are in your constituency?
Bebe is my district capital. Okay. Then you have Tongo, which houses Gemini, the biggest periodic market in the world.
Gemini is in your constituency?
Yeah, that is my
Gemini
World
Toko.
Bank.
Gemini Toko?
No, it's Tongo Gemini.
Okay, it's Pando Toko.
It's Pando
and then
Toko.
Gemini, okay.
Gemini is Tongo.
Then
you have Pali traditional area. They have like 9 towns, making up the Pali traditional. Peki has about 11 towns, making up Peki. Beve is the capital, and Tongo. Tongo too has about 12 towns.
Thank you for the lesson.
Pleasure.
We were supposed to talk about that thing, but I've just gotten some
getting the basis right.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that we've got that.
Yes.
So let's talk about your whipship. You became a whip not long ago. Yeah. I mean, when you started this parliament, you had a whip, and then you took over after he got nominated as a minister. That's correct, right?
Yes.
So you are very fresh.
Yes.
How has it been for you?
It's been tough. It's a new experience, but none that I'm not accustomed to, because like anybody will tell you, I had the opportunity or privilege of doing what you may call the apprenticeship. So even when Muntaka, longest serving whip of record, 10 years, 2013 to 2017 or 16, I should say, and then 2017 to 2021, and then 2021, 2023. So 10 years as whip, both as a majority whip and as minority. I got the opportunity to do some work with him. He had a team of us young men in parliament that, in opposition, you needed to have some structures to be able to do what we do in politics.
You're operating the back.
Yeah, and
we could see you on TV.
We were about 7, myself, Muntaka, Mutala, Sam George, Edward Bauer, Suleiman Yusuf, Ernest Nogwe, John Jinapo. Yes, they occasionally will have a dongo to champion some financial advocacies.
So you're managing the rare side of the house for him.
Yes, and also sharp boys, sharp shooters on like very major subject areas. So Sam George, communications, Edward Bauer, energy, Dongo, finance, Yusuf, trade and investment matters, Mutala, youth, general politics, myself, law, general politics. Then Suhini, general politics, land matters, natural resource matters, and there's Nogbe, energy and defense and interior, procurement matters, So he assembled us like that.
So you've been learning for a while now.
That kind of team, we're not doing regular things. Because when we are adjourned, for instance, and everybody goes home, you meet, you strategize, you think through matters. Perhaps in anticipation of business to be taken.
Like how to occupy the majority side in the 20...
those were things that were done at the spur of the moment. These are not things you sit and plan for. Yes, but when you seize opportunities at the spur of the moment, you engineer those things.
The whip system...
So after that, then when the change came, then Honorable Agboja became the replacement. Agboja and I, people even confuse us.
You are twins.
Like you have done now.
So many times.
So he's my big brother, right from Mauli School and here. So
okay. You went to Mauli together.
Yes. So he was my senior by far. So here he took me as a younger brother. We relate well. And so I also continue working with him as the whip. So naturally, when I became the whip, difficult job, but I'm accustomed to, you are the chief disciplinarian, chief welfare officer,
chief mobilizer,
chief everything.
Organizer.
Yes, when MPs have problems, they have to follow you to solve the problems, whether here or in the constituency. Everybody calls the whip.
So you are like the chief of staff of parliament.
Yes, on the side of the caucus. So the way a parliament works, being the majority chief whip, others call government chief whip, you are the fulcrum of nearly every government, every official activity here.
So are you the one in charge of operations on your side?
Yes.
While the leader is in charge of what?
Leader is in charge of policy direction, general discipline. That's why you see that Honorable Mama Yariga is more measured.
He's diplomatic.
Yes.
But you are the one who carry chairs.
Well,
if need be, you carry chair and beat somebody.
No, that you see, sometimes in constituting a team, the leaders look for certain qualities. As they saw Ayariga, he's a young man, but he's very experienced in national politics. He got into national politics very early. If I tell you the number of ministries he has held the portfolio as minister, you'll be surprised. Yeah. A lot of people didn't know that he was even one time Minister for Education. Who didn't know? Environment.
He was Deputy Education Minister.
Environment, sports, information. And I think trade also.
It was a time information and communication went together.
Yes,
he did trade.
And he was also presidential spokesperson. So he's senator, and today is the leader of the house. So he's a diplomat. But he's a sharpshooter.
But when you are a whip for an opposition party, it's easy to mobilize, carry placards, demonstrate, stage walkouts, shout from the place, confuse ministers, heckle people. But when you're equipped in government, it's a different ballgame,
Absolutely,
isn't it?
absolutely. So I bring to bear on this present portfolio experiences of being an operative another system. When you are equipped for government, your modus is different. Different in the sense that your interest is ensuring that government business gets done. Under any circumstances, it's not delayed, because when it is delayed, it hurts government. So you talk more, you engage more, you are more conciliatory, and also especially getting your back to back you, getting your back to support you always on the floor is one of the most difficult. Because if your back, they have sentiments expressed and sentiments not met, not resolved, issues not resolved, you can have some difficulty.
One of the major sentiments would be the fact that you have excess MPs on your side as a government. I mean, I'm not using that in a derogatory term.
I agree.
But when your candidate promises to give only 60 people a ministerial position, and mostly MPs are the ones who benefit from ministerial positions, then you have a lot more of quote-unquote idle or hungry MPs. Now, dealing with that is a big problem for you, isn't it? Even more than...
I disagree with the earlier part of your submission, where my MPs are not hungry.
Okay.
They are not idle.
Okay.
And they are not
they are not jobless.
They are not jobless. They are not surplus.
You are the ones saying
yes, because when the flag bearer, now President John Dramani Mahama, promised to appoint only 60 ministers, and he compelled Dr. Bawumia to also volunteer 50, we took that up as candidates, respective candidates in the various constituencies, and campaigned with it. I can say without equivocation that that kind of promise also endeared him to the people and led to the massive vote turnout, because they saw that if somebody could do 125 and you are saying you could do it with 60, then we must as well give you the opportunity for us to see. And so it came to pass that even instead of the 60, now he's actually working with 56. So yes, it means that I have a lot of MPs. And mind you, we are still in court over a couple of seats that we are fighting to recover.
You even want more?
Yeah.
When you are not able to feed your flock, we are feeding our flock. You are bringing hungrier mouths.
No, we are feeding our flock, and we are managing them well. When the voters give you a mandate, you don't take it for granted. Under no circumstance would you say that I have too much, because numbers in parliament is like a raindrop. It comes in one by one. It is the numbers that will give you a majority or a minority. So if you don't get enough MPs, that will be more than half of the proportion in the House, then you are in a minority.
Currently, what are the numbers like?
We are 187. 183 NDC solid unadulterated. Then we have 4
borrowed.
Not borrowed. People who are caucusing with us.
Independent MPs.
Yes, who are. And once you caucus with us, you are aligned with us. In any case, it was caucusing by the MP for Formina in the 8th Parliament that tilted the balance of power in that Parliament.
So you are officially currently 187 NDC MPs.
Yes, NDC.
And the NPP side is how many?
They are 88.
88.
Yeah. One outstanding.
So which one is 2/3 majority?
2/3 majority is 184.
Oh, so you have gone beyond 2/3?
Yes.
Oh, so means you can do anything you want in the house?
Yes. We can turn a woman into man in this house.
I have said somewhere that what we have in Parliament now, it's okay. So the Constitution says Parliament shall not pass a law that makes the House one-party state.
Yeah, exactly.
But you are actually one-party state now.
It is the people. You see, the Constitution is the people's law. That's the sovereign people. They hold the sovereign power. So they can decide to create a one-party state.
Even though the constitution,
using the constitution.
Yeah, so, okay.
But the constitution won't frown on. When the people decide to vote only one party into parliament, they have done it.
You can't do anything about
Yes, but that is not wrong. So now the danger that the NDC faces, for me, from where I sit, is how we manage this mandate, this absolute mandate.
Scary mandate.
It's very scary. If we manage it well, we'll be here for a very long time. But if we don't manage it well, and it slips through our fingers, then we'll have ourselves to blame.
Would you say you are managing it well so far?
It's never happened. Yet we have all been shocked by the numbers. I have. I know that we're going to win, but I was looking at around 150, 155. But the numbers have shocked me.
So election night, and we, from what we do, we got a lot of the, I'm sure maybe of course you have your system, so, but when the results kept coming through, at a point it didn't look funny anymore. And up to now, it's still, it sounds for real, or surreal. It feels surreal that this is the election results that have been returned. Yes,
that's beyond belief.
Presidential votes are big, but parliament, that is like.
And I want to say this for the record.
Bernard said it was a bad bloodbath.
Yes, and I want to say this for the record that, but for some skirmishes, some latter-day attempts to get certain seats, toyed with, would have been in excess of 195.
So you think you have some more MPs, outstanding seats that you could have?
There are some seats. Are you aware there are some seats we lost with like 30 votes? Seats that an MPP used to win with like 10,000 votes. You understand? Like the Tema Central issue. Seats that they used to win 13,000 votes, 14,000 votes. We won it, but there were skirmishes. Today, they are here with just 55 votes. It's part of the reason we're in court. Because pink sheets clearly have been tampered with, just to be able to whittle down the difference. Look at Dafeamekpor. Like a stalemate forever. EC is totally clueless, unable to declare for MPP or NDC. It's such an...
The MPP was blamed for what happened in South. You guys, the NDC, would take the blame for what is happening in Dafeamekpor North if they never get representation for the next
Why would an NDC take the blame for what happened in Dafeamekpor?
Why did MPP take the blame for what happened in South?
This was an electoral commissioner that the government permitted to issue a statement on the night before the day of the election, nearly 11 p.m., before daybreak 7 December, and said, in the elections that will take place in Sal, there will be presidential elections, but there will be no parliamentary elections. And as a responsible government, you allow an electoral commission to do this.
In Dafeamekpor North, your party members are accused of destroying the party, the electoral material, burning down places.
I think it is I think you may have to go back. It is rather the NPP we have accused because we were leading. They bent the center down. How would I be leading an election and get results bent? Why?
They say it was you who did that because you were losing.
Even with all the issues, we are still leading, for the record. That is why we are making demands that it be declared, because there are remedies provided under law. If you go to Article 95, which deals with the removal of Speaker, 97, which deals with the circumstances under which a member will leave the House. There are also provisions that says that where results are declared and you are aggrieved, there are remedies and the timelines within which. So if they declare and the NPP is aggrieved, they know what to do. But the Electoral Commission, as an independent constitutional body, cannot hold everybody in abeyance.
So you're saying that despite the numbers you have, you're still going to fight for more?
Because that is what the people have given us.
Satisfying them, though, your MPs. We hear that there's a lot of grumbling on the corridors of Parliament from your side.
From whom?
From your MPs who are saying that
the opposition can put those stories out But me as the whip, I am here to hear that there's grumbling. Every MP is very happy. Committees have been formed.
Unless Apenyomakin said very soon they will not come to Parliament, your side. You say very soon you will not see
you must
them
understand Apenyo's politics. Apenyo's politics is a politics laden with mischief. He throws out things. He says things that may cause apprehension among our base. But when you check, when you verify, when you fact check, you see that they turn out not to be accurate. For instance, what he's saying, that he wants me to say the things that are happening behind his own back. But I can't fact check it, so I don't go public with it. My 187 MPs, we are in the process of putting those who have not been appointed as ministers to serve on statutory boards, as is the practice. And you will see that a lot of boards are being inaugurated with MPs having the privilege of
serving
on those boards as part of the exercise of oversight.
As part of the MPs you brought to caucus with you, is it Gomoa West, the Honorable Asarobin,
A+. Kwame.
Recently, he engaged in a public spat with the Attorney General, a leader of your side.
Yes.
There are many people who think that you are dining with the devil by caucusing with him. What's your defense of him being on your side?
You see, to say that we are dining with the devil will be a below the belt description. It's difficult to normally, if you understand politics of parliamentary caucus, when somebody is independent by the strictures of law supposed to caucus with you, there are caucus etiquettes. So it's a freshman. We've had engagement with him. He appreciates the dynamics. It's coming along very well. He's such an important figure of our caucus, I have to tell you, because he is a strong advocate. So my leader has engaged him. I have personally engaged him. We have engaged him together. Other leaders of the party have engaged him.
So we won't see him go on social media and call the Attorney General, any leader of yours, or even member
I don't
in the words
so.
he used
I don't think
again.
So. Even if he has,
you're sure you can tame him?
Yes, because you see, there are remedies for relaying misgivings within caucus without necessarily being extraneous about it. So we've informed him about those processes. If you feel strongly about the conduct of another caucus member, and Dr. Aini, being the Attorney General, but he's also a member of the majority caucus, if you feel that a colleague of yours in the same caucus has hurt you in a certain way, we have leaders. I'm there. My leader, the ultimate leader, is there. Speaker, who is the father of this house, is also there. You can take those matters up, and then engagement could be.
Has he signed a book of good conduct like they do in certain
but there's no need for such things.
But he has promised you that...
But we have code of conduct for MPs.
No, but has he promised you that we will not see this again?
No, he promises that if he has issues with any colleague, he knows the appropriate quarter to.
If he goes the other way like he did this time around, would you expel him from the caucus?
I don't anticipate that he'll do that.
But if he does?
I don't anticipate that.
Are there penalties which include expulsion?
There are disciplinary proceedings within the caucus, so those will apply.
This is Face to Face on ChannelOne Television. My guest is a majority whip and MP for South Dai, the Honorable Roxy Nelson Eche Dafeamekpor. We'll come back and talk more about what Parliament is intending to do now that they have resumed. Please stay with us.